My name is Sylvia Borren. I'm the director of Greenpeace Netherlands. And I've been asked to say something about the social license in the Arctic. Our view as Greenpeace is that the only people or companies that should have any social license to act in the Arctic are those who are trying to protect the Arctic, and not those who are trying to exploit or to destroy the Arctic. Which means for us it's really important to make the Arctic a sanctuary, to make sure that we don't have further drilling for oil or gas in the Arctic. And the reasons for this are twofold. One is we do not believe it's possible to work in the Arctic without a very, very serious risk of oil spills, which cannot be cleaned up. And secondly, we believe that any gas or oil that's taken out of the Arctic and put out into the atmosphere will bring our climate change above the 2 degrees. And when the climate change goes beyond 2 degrees, when the warming of the Earth goes beyond 2 degrees, autonomous processes will start, and it will affect life on Earth in the more general sense. And so we think that any discussions about shared responsibilities is already questionable, because I think this is a shared responsibility with our future of life and species on Earth. And we believe that the democratic processes at this moment and our constitutional right to protest against destructive activities in the Arctic is being affected by short-term commercial interests of big companies like Gazprom, which is a state company, like Shell. So we think that we must radically make sure that the Arctic, like the Antarctic, has a legally agreed and binding sanctuary status, whichever way you call it, whether you call it a marine reserve or a sanctuary, that's what needs to happen. We think it's possible because it's happened with the Antarctic and all the countries have agreed on this, and we think we must move in that direction. And we're very worried about other commercial activities in the area, including tourism can be destructive as well, fisheries can be destructive, the whole shipping lines that will go through will cause forms of pollution, and obviously we do not want Shell to drill in the Arctic. And Greenpeace is very connected to the indigenous people of the First Nation people of America, and Canada is very involved with many, many citizens now who want the same. Interestingly enough, all the polls show that 70–80% of the people in the world don't want Arctic drilling, and be it the United Nations with their agreement about the 2 degrees, be it the European Parliament, the Dutch Parliament, all the democratic groups we have already taken decisions about this. So what needs to be done is that needs to be regulated into a legal framework and has to be then kept to and policed.